না, গোয়িং ফরওয়ার্ড আপনারা দেখবেন যে আমরা অনেক তিন পেসারই আমরা হয়তোবা খেলাবো ডিপেন্ডিং অন উইচ কন্ডিশন উই আর প্লেইং ইন। সো কন্ডিশন হিসাবে আমরা টিম সিলেকশনটা করা হয়।
তামিম গত বছর বা ওয়ানডেতে ধারাবাহিক খুব ভালো করছিলেন, তো আমরা কিছু কিছু প্লেয়ারকে ভালো করতে দেখছিলাম, লিটন বলেন, মুস্তাফিজ বা মিরাজ। এই সিরিজে তাদের কিছুটা অফ থাকা কি আসলে মানে বাংলাদেশের মানে কারণ?
দ্যাটস পার্ট অফ লাইফ। আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে সবাই সবসময় সব সিরিজে রান করবে না। I think Liton has been brilliant for a year, almost 2 years. He has been performing in all the formats. He can have a series or two off series. Same goes for Mira, same goes for others. But the important thing is when they are not scoring, somebody else has to step up. So that's very important. People can have bad series and that's completely fine.
খুব চোখে পড়ছে, স্লো বল করছে, আপনি তো পাশেই ছিলেন, কি ইনপুট দিয়েছেন? আর সবসময় বলে যে ক্যাপ্টেন যা চায় আমি তাই দিতে চাই, সাদা বলে টিমে ডাক্তার। ইবাদতকে ঘিরে আপনার ফিউচার প্ল্যান কি আছে? যদি গতি দিয়ে বল করতে পারা যায়, খুব ভালো করেছে।
না, অবশ্যই ও আমাদের প্ল্যানে আছে দেখে ও 15 জনে আছে। আই থট ও লাস্ট সিরিজও ভালো বল করেছে ইন্ডিয়ার সাথে। আনফর্চুনেটলি প্রথম 2 ম্যাচেও সুযোগ পায় নাই, বাট এই ম্যাচে আমার কাছে মনে হয় যতটুকু বল করেছে ই ওয়াজ ব্রিলিয়েন্ট। ও কন্ডিশনটা বুঝতে পেরেছে ভালোভাবে, এই উইকেটে কী ডেলিভারিটা ভালো, কী ডেলিভারি ভালো না, হি কুড হ্যাভ আন্ডারস্টুড অ্যান্ড ওইভাবে সে বল করেছে। আই ওয়াজ ভেরি হ্যাপি উইথ হিস পারফরমেন্স।
I mean, 247 didn't seem to be a huge target. So how confident were you at the sort of halfway stage? And also, did you feel that there was a pivotal sort of turning point during England's chase?
I thought wasn't a great target, I'll say, because we were in a position where we could have scored 270, 280, but lost a couple of wickets in the middle that put us back. But when you have whatever you have in the board, you have to go and fight for it, you know. And we kept on fighting for it. Luckily, we got few wickets, back-to-back wickets, and that helped us. At some point at the evening, the ball started to spin a little. That's also helped us. But thank God there wasn't a big partnership, because at the end there was dew and the ball stopped spinning. And then I thought it was becoming easy for batting. So by then we have already picked up, I think, 7-8 wickets, so we were lucky there.
দেশ জুড়ে শুরু হয়েছে নগদ রকমারি অনলাইন বইমেলা। রকমারির ডিসকাউন্টের উপরে শুধুমাত্র নগদ দিয়ে পেমেন্ট করলেই পাবেন আরো 21% ক্যাশব্যাক।
Yeah, as I said in the last press conference or the presentation, that I wanted to finish it in high. I've said this many times that we take a lot of pride in our ODI team, and especially in this format, and especially when we are playing at home. Happy that we finished well, but disappointed that we lost the series, because I've been always saying that small things matters. In the first game we were 154 for 3 or 4, and then ended up scoring 209. So small things. Today even we should have scored 270, 280, the position we were in, but didn't finish well. So there are a lot of things to work on and get better at. But yeah, very happy that we won a game. And the second question, I thought he was phenomenal. The way he batted, especially with the tail-enders, that 20-25 runs that he got was very, very important. And honestly, the wicket didn't have that much of a spin, but the way he bowled was something really, really brilliant. And that also gave confidence to Taijul, who didn't start it well. After seeing the way Saqib bowled, he was talking to him as well. So yeah, I thought it was a fantastic effort from him.
Fourth time he took 4 wickets and scored 50 in the game. I mean, you've seen him perform so well over the years in Test cricket. What is so different about him in these matches when he bats well and like how does he?
I think with him, I think he's mentally very strong. I think he's mentally very strong. You will most of the time you will see when he's under pressure, he'll come out with similar performances. In the past, he has done it. So I think he's mentally very strong, and he has a very good skills as well to back it. That not many people is blessed like him, who bowls 10 overs and bats the way he bats. But I think he utilized it, both of them, very well.
Yeah, I think it's the nature of the game. I think for everyone, you're desperate to play well, whether you're an established player, for instance, or whether you're someone who's potentially seen as on the fringes. So no, we know there's huge quality in those guys, and it's great to expose them to these conditions. And I think if you're looking at the game today, we needed someone to go on and sort of really take ownership of that chase. I think one great learning is always and you lose a couple of wickets in clusters in these kind of conditions is a good time for the opposition to really squeeze you, and you feel under pressure. So I think we know that. You look at the first two games, Milan sort of taking the game all the way through, and Jason Roy playing a long innings to score 100. So we maybe just missed someone today going on and playing that sort of real sort of match-defining innings.
Josh, obviously, Graham's given his debut today. How conscious were you of giving him his full turnovers, and were there any regrets given that you only bowled and 5, who obviously was bowling beautifully?
No regrets at all. I thought it was a great opportunity for Rayan to bowl 10 overs today, and we know what a class performer Adil is, and I thought it was just made sense to give Rayan the opportunity to bowl, and then see him bowl and bowl to good players. Put him under a bit of pressure, which is great, and that's what you want to do, and give him opportunity to influence the game as much as he could.
Halfway, I guess the 247 was very, in your mind, a confident change.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it was ever a straightforward wicket. I think I thought we bowled fantastically well in the power play, but you could see a few balls keeping low and sort of not much pace to work with as a batter. So it was never going to be straightforward, but I thought they were under par.
Joss, playing in the deck rather can be challenging in terms of maintaining intensity. Were you happy with that regard?
Yeah, I think absolutely. We changed a few things today, and like I say, gave opportunity to people in different ways. But I thought the intensity is there. I think it's quite an individual thing as well to sort of really look after that side of things, and we've all got plenty to play for, and so I guess as an individual it's kind of something to reflect on and answer that question. But no, I don't think we lacked that. I think reflecting on the way we batted, did we have enough intensity in our batting and trying to score? But I think I wouldn't question that.
So
we were repeatedly told by people who know local conditions a lot better than we do that this was the best pitch for batting on in the country. Were you surprised by how the game went?
Not particularly, no. It was a sort of quite dry surface. Bangladesh obviously know their conditions as well as better than us, and won the toss and chose to bat. So I'm sure they thought it would slow up and maybe spin a bit more. And the games have probably finished a bit too early for the dew to really take effect.
Shakib took his 300 ODI wicket today and is about 20 odd short of 7,000 runs in the format. But how do you rate him as an ODI player? Is he one of the greats in the format?
Yeah, he's certainly a fantastic player. Those numbers sort of speak for themselves, don't they? So I'm playing against him. What a great challenge it is. I think go back to the 2019 World Cup, his performances were outstanding. He's a brilliant player.
And I guess you learned right by winning the first two games to take a few risks today, bring Real in and Sam coming up to 5. But would you say that victory wasn't the be-all and end-all today for you?
We certainly believe we could win the game, and I think if we played well enough, we would have won the game. But absolutely, as an opportunity today to give Rayan his debut, for Sam to bat at number 5, and it's the last ODI we play now until September. So especially in these conditions, it felt like a great chance to try and sort of gather as much information as we can and expose people to different situations. And if we lost the game, then so be it. But I certainly believe we had a team and performance that we could have won the game today as well.
Last one at the back.
Just England they have won only 3 matches out of the last 9 they played, and you won't be playing much matches before September as well. Do you think England is well shaped before the World Cup right now to regain the trophy? Also, having more matches across the formats, is that fact create some fuss to make a strong 11 in ODIs?
Sorry, you have to explain the question.
England has won probably 3 matches, last 9 they played, and you don't have many more matches before the World Cup, before September. And do you think England are well shaped right now to win the World Cup again? Also having more matches across the format, do you think this thing creates some problem for you to create a well balanced team in ODIs?
Yeah, I think the schedule's hugely challenging to always get your best 11 on the field, but I think the sort of from the previous cycle of the World Cup, the game's changed a bit. I think as well, looking back to the T20 World Cup, we probably went into that World Cup having never played our perceived best 11, and then having to get into the tournament and going on to win it gives you great confidence that even though we haven't had the opportunities to sort of always play our best team, and like you mentioned, now not playing for a while, but I think international cricket's become a bit just focused on the ICC tournaments. I think that's the sort of way we're building towards that, and we know come the World Cup we'll have the opportunity to pick from everyone who's available.